Okay, look, I know this is based off of the Village of the Damned, but come on, this is much funnier.
Don't you agree?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Goosebumps HorrorTown playthrough. This is part 3 to the Haunted School event. Now, in this part, we're going to be taking a look more into the story. I know last part was more or less looking at both these two characters, which I know a lot of you were like, oh, that's unheard of. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to get a lot more jam-packed come next part, but that's neither here or there. What is going to be happening in this part, though, is that it's going to just continue on, and then the ending is going to end on the conclusion. You'll see what I mean. I've put in some memes here, maybe. We'll see. But, there are some things I want to talk about beforehand. Now, I mentioned the last video I would talk more about Mr. Chameleon's shadow self, aka the Shadow Lord. But yeah, this is the design here. He looks rather creepy. A lot of people were bringing up Bendy and the Ink Machine. I guess I can see that kind of vibe. Really, he is quite disturbing, and I do like the fact they took creativity with this concept, with the character. And this is the one thing I do like about with the team, is that they take ideas from the book and it was like, okay, let's further expand upon it. Especially when it comes to the next update, man. Hoo boy. I'll hold off. We're almost there. We'll get to that point when we get there. But for now, let's just get through this one, okay? Alright. So, anyways, yeah, so there's that. But let's briefly talk about the minions, which I've kind of showed off last part, but they're going to play a bigger part next part here. They get to show a bit here, you'll see, but they're going to be mostly seen last part. But yeah, the characters known as the Gray Kids, which are here, which is reminiscent of a boy and a girl. And the designs that they've kind of made it looks like a kind of like a boarding school, preppy, like, you know, that kind of school uniform kind of deal back in the day. And yeah, I mean, the way that the kids are black and white, that they have these white eyes, it's no apparent that they probably got inspiration from the Children of the Damned, or Village of the Damned. Yeah, the Village of the Damned, which is a film which had the original was black and white, and then they did it again, a remake version of it in the 80s, which had kids with white hair, so still creepy regardless. But, you know, it's been a while since I've actually recalled that movie. I just know creepy kids. That's the only thing I remember from the film. Whether or not they can read minds, I have no idea. It's been so long. Okay, the horror movies are just so out of it, but that's I'm talking way out of it. So you're more inclined to find out with this video and what comes out of it. So before we begin, I might as well jump right in here and show you this. This is our second week. This is what it looks like, 2 days, and it is for the primary. Now I did not get this in my game because I already put down the chalkboard, but this is the requirements for it. But anyways, let's continue on with Mr. Chameleon's quest.
What? How come they aren't even scared? Get out of here. You lost your picture. For now. Let them go. We will take care of those brats later. We must shoot our camera at them first. Once they are gone, we'll be alone with this tiny school at our feet.
Yeah, he's getting really, really creepy, isn't he?
That's it. I need to test my camera. Our old friend may be a little rusty. Let's try to vanish something. Something no one will notice. Oh, who brings egg salad to a school event? I'll make them just one favor before destroying their precious building. Let's erase this disgusting food.
Hey man, that sounds good. And it was place the wall, dance with himself, reach a scare meter. This is what I'm talking about. They basically they're bringing this quest up to be that of reach a scare meter. No, a milestone. Not happy about that. But this is what I was talking about in part 2. It seemed like they were aiming it up to be like, oh, this quest line you're going to use to take the pictures. But no, this is the dancing part. And then the next part's going to be the dancing part. But it's not going to be the dancing part. It's going to be something else. But yeah, this is this is him dancing. His shadow's more animate while he's doing that. I guess that's dancing. Look at him go. I swear, I think the dancing animation of the shadow and the villain, it's really reminding me of Dr. I can't recall his name, but he's from The Princess and the Frog, that guy, because I know Dr. Facilier, I think, or the Shadow Lord. The Shadow Man? Did you think maybe that's what they were getting their bases off of? I don't know. I have no idea, but okay, whatever. It's neither here or there. I do like their little animations, and I will give them credit. That is somewhat entertaining. So yeah, this is what I think. I think the Shadow Lord is actually the shadow to Mr. Chameleon. I don't know if they're two different people, if they're one and the same, if he possesses the old man. Who knows? I really don't know, and I love it. There's no reality of what's going on here. But anyways, we're going to go into her next quest, which is going to be Gray Feelings. So we're going to see this one, and oh man, that's kind of sad. Anyways, this is a close-up of her animation of her walking with a little cute gray cloud on her, and she has her face kind of painted. I guess just, it makes sense in the story. It kind of goes with the animations, as you'll see, but it's clever nonetheless. Anyways, yeah, as you'll notice now, there's a lot of jumps going on. That's because I'm taking out the stuff here. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. At some point, for some reason, we get this weird Patriot deal. I have no idea what this is based off of or why it's even here. But, yeah, there you go. This is what the pop-up was like this, by the way. But I have no idea what the Patriot... Like, what was going on in September that was considered to be Patriot deal? Like, are they talking about, like, Labor Day? I don't think it's patriarch. I don't know. Maybe people in the States can tell me what the deal is with that. I tried talking to somebody and they're like, I have no idea. Like, here's American deal. Just don't think about it. Yeah, you know what? Let's R.L. Stein's don't think about it. Alright, whatever. So I'm in this part, I think what I'm doing here is I'm just spawning a bunch of characters and scenes that are needed to get alternatives to get items, although I don't need to do Coco Clown to college, thank God. But if you need to, there's that. And I still love, it's weird, it seems like they fixed most of the characters that are broken except for Crosby for some reason. Like, Crosby kind of works. If you don't see him when he gets scared, he does do his animations properly, but if you see him get scared, he just runs in place, and then he doesn't get out of it unless you physically make him do something else. I have no idea why. It seems like it only works when the view is not on him, but it's a weird kind of glitch. I don't know why that is the case. I do appreciate that they fixed both the assistant as well as Stiff Man of the Masked Mutant. But yeah, it's neither here or there. Speaking of, I guess we're in November now, technically. I mean, we're still in September, Grim. What do you mean November? Then no, it's September. Okay, oh yeah, it's September. Shh, I forgot. Sorry, we're not at October yet. But besides the point, next update's gonna be real interesting to talk about, because, oh boy, ooh, that's a lot to say. What I will mention here, though, I will mention it more when Part 4 comes around, but Part 4 might be a little bit longer, because I am going to, and here's the leave the kids alone bit. What I will basically tell you this right now, I am probably going to be restructuring the reviews. I'm going to make them a lot more shorter, to the point, basically how I did my review back in the Please Don't Feed the Vampire event. Don't worry, it's not that bad. This event's not that bad. But the reasoning for that is because I wanted to try to get closer to the point. I think Part 0's as on their own makes sense, but the reviews, they're a bit more time consuming, and I just want to kind of get to the point of the final overall, here's my thoughts. And that way, if you only care about the gameplay, you can just log off after that end bits and be like, okay, out I go. Alright, you can tap out from then.
I can't believe it. Lucky me. In charge of everything. Ew. This place is creepy. Something's not quite right.
And here are the Grey Kids, as I mentioned. This is the only time we get to see them. We'll see them more next part.
Hey, who's there? What's up, dimwit? What are you mumbling about? So this is the new school, huh? What a dumpster. Marty, you will not hear me say this again. It's great seeing you! Something is off with this place. There were voices coming from the walls. Come on, dude. Don't be yellow. You always think everything is cursed. Let's just get this dance thing done so I can go back to being awesome.
So, we're getting more and more into depth of the school not being what it seems to be.
Finally, after all these years, Thalia will be returned to Grey World. Forget something. Once she's trapped, we can continue. Expand our business. Every children will fear all the time. You know, maybe even Grey will be G. I don't know. Maybe we must keep it simple. It's taken forever to finish this job already. Oh, you lazy old man. We are doing as I say. Now, you must charm those other monsters. They don't realize yet. They need a true leader. I was hoping maybe we could just stay home. Nice, monochromatic, spooky Grey World. Oh, dear. Under my leadership, everything will be Grey World soon and later.
Okay, so place the swings and no, not the swings, but the seesaws, and then place the railing or the monkey bars. Yeah, so you see what I mean here? The dialogue between him and himself. Like, what's going on there? In the story, they don't really explain it. In this story, I mean. So I have no idea what's going on. I only know little bits and pieces. Like, I know they're two different people. They share the same bodies, I think. And for some reason, they're in a monochrome world that's known as the Grey World. So I guess you can view them as the lame version of the Demogorgons. Or maybe even the Boogeyman. Let's just put it that way.
Go for it. We need this, Charm. You can take your photos all day then. I'll do the rest. It's genius! Oh, Mother. Some just don't change. You simply love yourself way too much for my taste. Listen, we have been talking.
We agree your arrival is exactly what we needed.
Yes, if you want to be the best principal HorrorTown has seen, it would be better if all kids were really busy, almost trapped.
I'm sorry, Faraday. What are you doing here? Did you become a teacher all of a sudden? I thought you were scared of Chameleon turning your pictures black and white. What is going on?
We like you, Chameleon. This guy told us about the last time you were here. We can value your skills. I promise you won't be disappointed. I certainly won't be focused on the job.
I'm gonna hate you already. I mean, what do I get from a guy who lives in a giant camera? Pity me.
Well, I'm dead. First day of school, you win. I can't destroy you. You won. Even in this sinister place.
Oh, stop whining. What classes were you assigned to? I'm with Eric in logistics and biology.
It's a weird subject to teach middle schoolers.
Wait, what? Your schedule's different from mine? We aren't going to be in the same classes? See the positive side, at least you aren't with... Oh, sorry, man.
What?
Great. The loser will be the only one sharing classes with me?
Oh, that's just perfect. That's just beautiful. Great.
Classes start now. Go to your respective classrooms. I don't want to see any of you in the halls. Unless you wanted to be detained in your first day.
Alright, get the back to school suppliers or the B2S and then get some red and yellow paint? It went by too quickly, I wouldn't know. I'm guessing red and yellow paint. Right. For some reason, too, when I did my review, or not my review, but my thing, I only thought these two characters got to do the feeling blue and then the red part paint. But for some reason, after this quest line pops up, Marty also gets a task, which is bizarre because at the time I did my crafting 101, I had no idea until later on. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. Because they don't tell me a lot of stuff. They only give me the basics. Anyways, let's go ahead and do another animation. Her applying makeup, so this is what it looks like. So it kind of looks happy and then it just fades in. I don't know what's going on. It's like getting absorbed or like what. Also, it's strange, the dialogue. We won't get to see her true color self until near the end. And she certainly has an interesting color palette, I'll tell you that. But yeah. Anyways, cross. You caught me off guard. Let's see. Well, now, since we're on the topic of school, I know people don't want me to talk about this because I'm sure people who are in school right now, they're like, oh. But something interesting I've learned. Apparently, the school system was made in particular from a guy who suggested everybody needs proper training. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I found out that the reasoning he wanted this to happen is because he wanted people to be ready to do factory work. So school, the school curriculum, like how it's been done now, is being done in a time where they did it to have people be able to work in factories. That is why they don't teach you a whole lot of stuff. Now, whether this is lucky on my part or not, I only had like work studies for like math, and that's it. Everything else was college level. But I'll get to that moment after this.
Come on. We'll have free period. Let's finish that committee stuff. The dance hall's over there. Oh, I tell you, this place gives me the chills. Unbelievable. That new girl you've been hanging out with is all jumpy like you. What a bunch of nerds.
Dustin, Marty, God, I was needing some help. Those banners are all wrong. We need paint, and who's in charge of the music?
Speaking of the devil...
The devil? Oh no, please! Enough demons and monsters! Oh, you meant... silly me.
I feel so bad for Thalia. I did a real great job on her voice, I think, with her, I think my acting's going well. Anyways, after this next quest, I'll talk about what I talked about before I interrupted. So, back.
Guys, Marty, don't make fun of me for this. Don't you sense something's off? I swear I heard voices before. And now? And now? I promise I won't tease you. Now all this stuff looks old. But it isn't precisely that. You are so dumb. All this stuff just needs some paint, dude. Relax.
Oh, yeah, it's just that.
Well, what do we have here? How is our dance coming together? Remember, the class picture is always important, so nothing can be wrong.
Okay, get green paint, purple paint, and orange paint. Well, orange paint doesn't look orange. It looks like a golden color. Whatever. Yeah. Sorry, I had something happen to me while we were on a break. But regardless of that, as I was saying, I only had workplace math when it came to high school. Basically, it wasn't college or university level. It was dumb people math. But despite the fact, like, instead of learning these weird multiplications and stuff like that, instead, I learned something more practical. I learned, okay, say you're doing shingles and you need, how many shingles do you need, and it does the math for you, right? Or when it comes to pull the angles and whatnot. And the more, surprisingly enough, they actually went ahead and taught us how to do tax forms. Normally, if you didn't have your taxes, you need to do your tax form, they say, here's how it works. And I'm like, oh, that's smart, you know. But if you so I guess the moral of the story is, don't bother with college or university level stuff. Just go for workplace, apparently. But then again, I'm in Canada, so maybe I think the system's different there. Oh, and I'm just showing this off. Apparently they've altered the house slightly. I still hate the fact that Mr. Fleshman's house looks the same.
Yes, we are as powerful as ever. Now I will get rid of them. Go, go, go. We will finish them. As soon as everyone will be exactly where we want them, you will put Bell Valley School back in business. And you will put them too. Yes, yes, in Grey World, forever.
Oh, yeah. So we're getting closer to the end of Chameleon's quest. It seems like what they did with Chameleon is kind of like a prologue to get... Oh, and this is what I was talking about before, by the way, too. This is... They put another bus over top of the bus for the animation to work. So, yeah, just don't come in and out of the game.
Dustin, Marty, who is this? I don't think we've been introduced.
This is Thalia, Mr. Chameleon. She is helping us with the decorating committee.
It's a pleasure, Thalia. You look very familiar, dear girl. My mind is blank. Funny, right? Such a dark place, our memory.
Excuse us, sir. We have to go now. We need to get some paint. Dustin, Marty?
Me? Us too? I guess.
Oh yes, go now. Get your paint. Play outside. Exposure is important. Off you go now. Watch the weather though. Sky is getting awfully gray these days.
Man, I really hate you. Why are you so punny all the time? Oh, but if you thought that was bad, wait until you hear my... Oh, let's put it this way, my voice is gonna hurt because of this next part. Because, oh boy, it gets better.
Did you see? I'm doing it. We are doing it. Kids obey me, and soon they will fear me too. Oh, wait! You short-sighted good for nothing! That girl! That was her! How? Oh no. We must stop her. Of course we have! Go now! Can't believe some little color fooled you. They were in school. Go get her! I'm going. There's no need to keep shouting us. Go!
And before you ask, yes, my voice is going to die now. Thank you so much, Shadow Lord. I hate you. Yeah, so this is where you place Thalia's house, have her do animation of the beauty shop, and do a spawn scene. Now, this is where most people ended up losing the quest because Thalia was really hard to get her quest line going because 1,000 plus, 10 plus of something, it's real bad.
Excuse me, I'm the district's photographer. I just need a picture of the whole board together. Is there someone missing? 'Cause you're about to be. Say cheese. say goodbye. It worked! Hooray!
Man, he's just so happy about that too, isn't he? Yeah, so anime hide in the back and get some black and white cameras. This is what I'm talking about, right? Hide in the black. Isn't that supposed to be the first quest, and then the dancing supposed to be this quest, and it starts to make no sense, and it just, ooh, does that irritate me. I don't know what happened to cause them to kind of go like, yeah, I have the story, we're gonna do this animation, and then someone's like, yeah, but you know what, no, we're not doing that no more. Maybe when it comes back in the special book they might fix that a little bit, but you know, I really don't, I still don't get, like, the Shadow Lord, okay, that makes sense with him just kind of, like, doing Voldemort thing and just waving his hands, I guess. That's spooky. I don't know what's going on there. Though, I don't get with Thalia and the kids, like, look how they're, look at them walking. It's like they're moving and they're lagging, right? They look like they're in an online match and the character is this frame not going 100% 30 frames, so it's just lagging on behind. That's how they're walking. It's weird. And like the gray kids do this weird laugh. Well, Thalia for some reason does wave her hands like an inflatable, or what do you call that? Wacky arm inflatable man. Wacky arm inflatable man. Too bad. God damn. Man, I know the name. Give me a sec. Oh, that's stupid. You know what I'm talking about. It's like the Family Guy bit with the wacky inflatable arm flaming tube man. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, whatever. Oh, while we wait for the next quest line to pop in here, let's talk a bit of some interesting facts. Something to kind of creep you out a bit. Did you know there are some weird types of mushrooms there? Like, for example, there is one in particular that is heavily inspired to what the mushrooms from Super Mario looks like. And it's, I don't know if it was convenient, like the way, the effects the thing does. It's like, huh, they did that deliberately. Or if it was just a hoax, like that, ooh, you know, whatever. But regardless of that, that's not the mushroom I'm talking about. There is one particular mushroom that is so creepy. It's like an alien of sorts. The best way to describe it. It is an octopus mushroom. Look this thing up. In fact, go ahead and if you're very curious, you can see a video, because this thing like is in a bulb and then it hatch and then it just kind of like explodes out and makes it like a weird octopus tentacle like thing. Hence the name of the mushroom, octopus mushroom. It has a correct term, by the way, but I'm not going to bother with it because I don't think anyone calls it, oh, you mean the blah blah, right? It just, no one cares about the scientific term. Just call it octopus mushrooms. People get what that is. Yeah, but remember when I talk about how this guy's not doing the animation properly? Yeah, you're going to see my troubles, because I thought all this was just with the stuff here, but then I find out, yeah, so I'm spending my money just to prove a point. Hide this. So I'm gonna do this again, and then what happened? And I'm like, oh no, there's another one over there. Great. So now now I have to take my time. Now he's doing this. So that's brilliant. Yeah, now he's just hiding in there, and I don't want that. So now I have to $7 again. Goodbye. Now, no, grab this. Right, okay. Now it should work, right? Nope. Yes, there's another one behind the chocolate shop. And I'm like, what are you talking? What is going on? Like, look, now he's just fading into the pavement. Like, look. That's so dumb looking. Like, what's going on here? So I'm like, is it, like, no, it's not there. So I moved the chocolate shop. Right, that's the next thing. And now I've gotten that done because I found where it is. Like, if I go, I have to move this. There it is. Get rid of it. Now it will work. I have like 4 of these stupid stumps, and now it's going to where it wants to go. So my advice to the team, perhaps, is make it a unique item that is hidden behind the area, and make sure that players don't got this thing, because then it's gonna mess up the animation. So now I can say this. This is what it's supposed to look like. So he goes into there, right? Now it makes more sense. So let's take a closer look, right? He comes out, kind of looks there. He goes back in this, like, yeah, so he kind of does the Homer Simpson going back into the foliage of like, okay, Flanders, and it just merges into the, it's weird. But yeah, that's what he was supposed to do. So, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stumps. $7. No, 6. 6. 6 stumps. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I talked about me not doing math properly, so this just leave me alone, okay? Sad, angry face. Alright, so we're continuing on with the main story now.
Hey, why must we all go to fetch some paint? I mean, that dude certainly creeps me out, but...
Dustin! There's no time. We must go. That man, he's after me. He's a monster. And a bad one. Trust me.
What? Oh no! When are we having a little less intense year?
Never. You're living in HorrorTown. Every day's a nightmare.
Did he follow? We must hide fast. Oh, man. I don't think I can keep doing this. Let's wait here. I think he's coming. Guys? Guys? Oh, no. The black window. They went through it. Oh, please. Please don't touch the gray goo. Please don't touch the gray goo.
They touched the gray goo, didn't they?
The unfortunate girl that was in the wrong class at the wrong time now ends up in HorrorTown, and seems to have her followers. One of them particularly dark.
I don't even want to stay here, but I don't really have a choice. Not with him following me everywhere. If only I could get rid of him. Somehow!
Let's not get distracted. Why don't we begin with economy class? What happens to a beautiful shop that decides to open HorrorTown and discovers too late that the infamy of this town, scaring away the owners and his employees?
Thank God I found this abandoned place. It's a good hideout for now. But I really need to focus on bringing back Dustin and Marty before it's too late.
Okay, so now animate skipping, get rainbow paint, and upgrade the swing. So this is the gimmick of upgrading gray items and old gray items to make it look colorful. And by the way, you only have one of these, so that sucks. But anyways, I love the fact that they try to explain why she has her house, or her hideout this case. And it literally was an abandoned beauty shop because the owners forgot, oh wait, this is a monster town. It's not like we came to a town called HorrorTown and we thought it was just for jokes. But no, it turns out that wasn't the case. Yeah, so see, you can only get one of these at a time, so that sucks. But I love, it makes more sense why she has so much makeup. It's like, oh, she's in a makeup shop, of course. Anyways, back to my point. What black window exactly, right? It makes no sense. Yeah, I think originally what I wanted to do was have like colored swings and like colored playground and a black and white playground to kind of do a mirror effect, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Here's her skipping rope, by the way. Pretty talented, I must say. Man, this event certainly is something, I'll give you that. But, oh dear. It gets real interesting, the story-wise, especially with a lot of this stuff. And, speaking of which, we are about to be done with, Chameleon. So, once we're done with him, we just need to get some paint and then the cameras, and then we should be seeing his quest, I believe. It's either that or it's going to be the continuation of the other one, but I'm not 100% sure. But I guess we're about to find out. 21 days. Now, here we go. Alright, after we click this, we're going to get to the ending, so let's find out what happens right after this. Wow, that's beautiful. We don't get an end credit for that? Alright, fine. Screw it, I guess. Let's just continue.
Hey, Thalia, wait! Ugh, this girl's fast. Where did she go? There! That forlorn shop. What's she doing? Oh, what to do? I can't risk being everyone's gossip. The new girl with no color. She brings a monster behind her. I cannot. Oh, hey, Lucy.
Busted.
Thalia, what is going on? What's happening to you? Your skin, your color, it's gone. What is this? Oh, Lucy, please, you can't say anything. Please. I'm actually not who I said. I mean, I used to live here. That was many years ago. Something happened then. Something really weird. But you have no color at all. You're all gray. Do you need a doctor?
What do you mean she's all gray? You saw her gray before. Now, okay, fine. It must have been the cloudy day outside.
Relax. It's nothing like that. It's something else. An awful man. Or being. Or monster. I don't really know. He goes by Mr. Chameleon. He did this to me. And to all my classmates.
I did not hit her. I did not. Obtain lights, lipsticks, and sell lipsticks. Five? No, not 5. 1. I sell you 1, not 5. I need those. I think they're 5. I don't know. I'm hoping. Yeah, 1. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but you can't help it, right? The fact that the way he just I did not. The way she says I did not or I cannot. Still, I cannot. Dialogue. Man, I give credit to the people team when I read some of this stuff. It certainly kind of brings the actual story together, but at the same time, it's its own unique thing. And yeah, there's a bunch of that stuff here. I might as well go ahead and spawn some characters while I'm at it. Right, I'm sure that this event, this video I should say, is all over the place because, quite frankly, this is what happens when you're playing or you're doing something a few months in the future, right? Yeah, that's what happens. You forget. I can't wait until I go ahead and continue with the Adams, because, oh man, a year's content. What was I thinking back then? Who knows? That's the magic of going back in time, or going in the future. Either or, I've been thinking some ideas of doing stuff alongside Goosebumps, so I think I have a kind of idea what I want to do. It's gonna take some time though because of, IRL stuff. Not to be confused with R.L. Stein, but, real life stuff. Including work, living, breathing, sleeping, all that good stuff. When this is your hobby, it's kind of hard to make it as a job, but hey, I love doing this kind of thing, and the people who watch and comment certainly do as well, so I'm still going to continue with this until the game eventually dies, which hopefully won't be too soon. Let's hope for a few more years at least, right? At least until they ran out the license. That's the only thing I can't. So that's about probably up into 2024, maybe? Like, we're going to the beginning of 25? Who knows? That's like a long time from now. That's like, what? We're at the end of 2020, so that means we have a few more years at least, so who knows, Talking about the other updates coming up is going to be interesting because when December hits, I'm going to be working on something where I did last year, but a little bit more advanced, I'm hoping, which is going to be more looking into the year as a whole. what was the best parts, worst parts, best prizes, worst prizes, best characters, worst characters kind of deal, and overall the best kind of stuff. I was also going to look at what was the most profitable for this game as far as the Century Tower goes, as well as download, and see whether or not if it's on a worst thing or if it was on the best thing. If it's on the best, then I can say, hey, this made money and this was a good view, do this for next year. But you'll be interested to see where everything was placed at the end of the day. So anyways,
We can celebrate now. With the board gone, we can make all this stuff vanish. And go ahead with the plan. You can dance now, my shadowy shelf. And you can take your pictures. Make every little piece of furniture, every piece of chalk is gone. We'll be waiting for you, all of you, down in Bell Valley.
that's an interesting face for the Shadow Lord, and that's it. So as you can see, this whole story kind of is a prequel to the beginning of this book, so that's interesting enough. So we have about 10 more, no, not 10 more, about 6 to 7 more quests before we're done with everything here, and the majority of them is probably going to come in the next video. But I am quite intrigued to see how this year is going to end off, especially since I've kind of changed my reviews a bit as far as where I'm putting them grade-wise. Yeah, so this is when I realized, oh, feeling yellow. Oh, how did I not know this, right? And it's like right near the end of this video is when I'm like, oh, I found out where he has a quest. My bad. I thought Marty would go purple when he has a quest, but oh, silly me, I did not know that, because it apparently only works when he has the when he has the black goo. That's when he gets purple background. So stupid me. Anyways, yeah, so now I think we're going to be, yeah. This is where I decided to do I accidentally bought this, so I'm like, you know what, screw it, fine, I'll buy all this. So I got new land, and I spent money, and I ain't happy. I'm not a happy pappy, but regardless, that's what it is. So now we got 3 new lands, and bye-bye money. Goodbye money. Yep, I'm sad now. That's still a lot. I know a lot of people are like, man, but you have 2,000. That's still a lot. It's like, yeah, but I'm a hoarder. I like collecting. I really don't want to spend anything. I'm like Scrooge. I spend it with real money. I don't want to give away my fake money. I need the fake money for stuff. But yeah, regardless of that, long story short for the year thing, I think I'm going to save that thought near the end. Hopefully I remember it by the end of the year. Well, who cares? I guess who cares at the end of the day, right? I mean, I don't think anybody notices. I don't think I will until I go back in the future and watch it again and go, oh man, I'm so dumb. But yeah, you know what? That's it for now. I will see you guys in the final part with the Part 4 finale and review of Haunted School. And I tell you what my final thoughts were for this update, so we can jump right into the Halloween update. Yeah, because spoilers, it's going to be a Halloween update. Who guessed? Who knew? Ooh. But anyways, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for more Goosebumps HorrorTown. So until then, remember, I know all your secrets.